been with us since 2009, since inception of the current administration, and he has been in the state minister's position since 2009, and even his responsibility and function are expanding. So I'd like to appreciate you to be with us. And I hope in the near future, in the future too, you will be with us. So thank you very much. So these are my the message as an opening remark. And I'd like to make a short presentation to introduce Bangladesh and the business opportunity in ICT sector. So title is again the fastest moving country in the world, Bangladesh Tech Now. So first, I'd like to start from the introducing the number of Japanese companies in Bangladesh and as well as ASEAN countries. As you can see, in Bangladesh, around 350 Japanese companies are operating here. And as you can see, the number of Japanese companies in Bangladesh has increased, has grown by 3 times for last 10 years. And this is actually fast-moving growth in Bangladesh. And on the other hand, at one glance, China, ASEAN, India have more Japanese companies in each area, but the speed of growing companies is not so fast as Bangladesh. And also, I would like to introduce about the Japanese SMEs ratio in total companies. This is just an estimation by me. And in Bangladesh, 40 to 60% are SMEs in Japanese companies, as like China and ASEAN. So we can say that even SMEs have a lot of spaces to businesses here in Bangladesh. So I'd like to welcome all the Japanese delegates to do businesses here in Bangladesh. And I'd like to introduce another slide. This is the survey result by JETRO conducted in 2023. This is last year. This slide is showing that future business approach by Japanese companies in Asia and Oceania region for next 1 to 2 years. As you can see, in Bangladesh, 61.2% of Japanese companies in Bangladesh are going to expand their business operation for next 1 to 2 years. Actually, in the survey in 2022, the ratio was 61.6%. So the ratio was decreased, but in order to have the negative impact by Russia and the Ukraine wars, Bangladesh has negative impact, but still 61.2% of Japanese companies are going to expand their business operations. And this position is number 3 in Asia and Oceania by following India and Laos. And I'd like to introduce the benefits and advantages to do businesses in Bangladesh by the JETRO survey. So number 1 benefit and advantage is the market scale and growth potentials. Since the market volume is large in Bangladesh, many Japanese companies are going to expand their market approach to this country. So this is the biggest the benefit for Japanese companies. And number 2, low labor costs. This is also very appealing for Japanese companies. So the same thing is applied to ICT sectors. So we have a tremendous number of ICT engineers in Bangladesh. So by comparing with other countries, we can get the cheaper but great human resources in ICT sector in Bangladesh. And this is just the information for monthly basic salary for the workers and engineers in Bangladesh. So for example, manufacturing sector's engineers in Bangladesh, $302 is basic one. So Bangladesh is positioned in very, very competitive the locations and the positions. So the same thing can be said to other sectors and other classes. On the other hand, of course, we have to mention the issues and challenges in doing businesses here. So as you can see, 77.1% of Japanese companies answered that underdeveloped legal systems and unclear legal system operation is the biggest headache for Japanese companies in Bangladesh. Actually, the rules and regulations are there, but actual operation, implementation does not follow. So this is happening always. So this is the biggest headache for Japanese companies. And number two, custom procedures, tax procedures are the number two issues for Japanese companies in Bangladesh. So if this area nicely addressed by the initiative of the Bangladesh government, I can say that 70 to 80% of the issues will be solved. So I do expect that the Digital Bangladesh and the Smart Bangladesh will help these issues to be addressed in the future. And this is the last slide. Actually, I'd like to mention the three areas of collaboration between two nations. Of course, number one is energy. Energy is the fundamental factor of the nation. So we have a lot of the spaces in energy sector to collaborate between two countries. And number two, manufacturing sector. This is as important as the energy sector, since manufacturing sectors create the job opportunities. And we can expect industrial upgradation through manufacturing sectors. So Japan is very strong in manufacturing sector. So we do hope that we can collaborate one more in manufacturing sector. As you may understand, Honda is producing two-wheelers here, but they are struggling with a lot of issues like sudden policy changed for engine assembly. So they suddenly lost the incentive for building the engines. So at the end of the day, the engine assembly line will help Bangladesh upgrade the industry here. But Bangladesh government is against that long-term policy. So I do hope that the Bangladesh government can prepare the business climate and the proper incentives for manufacturing sectors. And last but not least, ICT and startup is one of the most important and possible sectors between two countries. As you can see, ICT and startup is new driving force of the nation. And we can expect big leapfrog with the technology in this world, in this Bangladesh. So through this opportunity, we have a way forward. Number one, mutual understanding and opportunity is very important. So today's occasion will provide you the opportunities to exchange each other. So I hope that through the business exchange, we can develop more business opportunities between two countries. And number two, better regulation. Again, still we have a lot of challenges in business environment. For example, in order to invest in startup companies from Japan, we still have a remittance regulation, foreign exchange regulations. So if this regulation is well addressed, more and more investment of capitals will come from Japan. Not only Japan, but also from other countries. We can expect more investment and capital injection to Bangladesh. So we would like to strengthen these points as a way forward. So thank you very much. Onek ধন্যবাদ আমার বক্তব্য উপস্থাপনের জন্য। আশা করি আজকের সুযোগটা আপনাদের জন্য উপকার হবে এবং জাপান এবং বাংলাদেশ আমরা দীর্ঘদিনের বন্ধু। সেজন্য আমাদের দুই দেশ চিরজীবী হোক। অনেক ধন্যবাদ। Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ando, for sharing the ideas, experiences, and encounters for both Japanese companies and Bangladeshi companies in the journey of Smart Bangladesh. Distinguished guests, now please welcome Mr. Katsuto Arai, representative of the visiting IT delegates from Japan, for his today's presentation. He is the technical advisor, EMI Lab Incorporations. Please welcome Mr. Katsuto Arai.
Hello everyone, my name is Katsuto Arai. I'm the technical advisor of EMI Lab. よろしくお願いします。
Hello everyone, this is Mohammad Rifat Ansari. Today I will be representing my company, EMI Labs, and my fellow colleague, he will be also representing my company. So thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Umar Farooq and I am a software engineer of EMI Lab. Thank you very much.
So, right now, I will be starting the presentation. So first, I will be explaining about my company a bit. My company, EMI Lab, is established with a vision to create a sustainable future society. We aim to implement a sustainable society with a natural environment by utilizing IoT and robot technology. From the beginning, EMI Lab is working heavily on research and development for social development. So what makes EMI Lab unique is that we have not only programmers, but also we have mechanical engineers, and also we have robot engineers, along with the agricultural and industrial experts. So we are basically focusing on the agriculture sector in Japan, and also developing newer technologies and developing newer products for society and the agriculture. So here you can see our area. Here is the office, and here is our testing ground. Here we have the apple and grape trees, where we have tested our robots and other products to improve the agriculture. By using our products, the agriculture of this area has improved a lot. So you can see some of our products here. So here is our testing grounds, and we have Wi-Fi available along with this area, and also GPS fixed stations and GPS reference points, where you can use robots and various test other equipments. Next, here is one of our products. EMI Lab specializes in developing small and highly mobile robots, which can use in vegetable gardens and fruit gardens and many other agricultural sectors. Here you can see that cabbages are put on the robot and can autonomously carry from one point to another point. These type of robots can also be used in Bangladesh. We can use these type of robots to increase the production of the crops in Bangladesh and reduce the cost. Next, we can also see we have sprayers which can also be used as a pesticide sprayers, and also can be used as a water sprayer. These type of robots can also be used in Bangladesh to increase the mobility and increase the effectiveness for the spraying and water. So this is another product of our company. This is a robot which can pick fruits from the trees automatically. These type of robots use autonomous image recognition system and AI combinedly. And this is fully automatic. It can pick fruits from one point to another point, and it can also be used in Bangladesh. So these type of technologies we can use in Bangladesh to increase the production of the crops and create a smart Bangladesh. These type of robots can also carry a large amount of weight. It can carry up to 150 kg automatically from one point to another point. So now my colleague will explain the next projects. Thank you.
Now I am shared the rest of the part. Recently, we contact remote control vehicle from Saga to Nagano. The distance between Saga to Nagano almost 1,000 kilometers. And we use remote control using network line vehicle and also wire powered drone. And here you can see the control panel view. Here there are camera option. So by this camera we can see the robot real-time direction, and also we can control the panel, and also here the map view for the tracking. This is the simple RTK survey system. Basically, this is the easily to find the accurate position of the area, and we use fixed GPS base and also real-time kinematic accuracy almost 3 centimeters. Apart from that, we make a software panel using the RTK device and display it on the map, and by drawing this map, we generate a geographical file which can be also loaded Google Earth, and also we can use further modification for GIS software. This is basically a application of name is a Rogeniongo system. We need to photo data by smartphone camera and associated with automatic map location, and then associate the data and map, and we can display it further for this map. Here is the weather data recognition temperature equipment, and by this device we can collect the temperature and also soil moisture and humidity data, and we can further, it can be testing the, like a farmer assistant, we can use it further analysis the data when farmer plant or harvest. So we are researching and developing a lot of robot, like here we can see the development of some mobility, and this robot can 25-degree incline, so it also carry weight of 150 kg.
So thank you everyone for hearing our presentation. So these are the products that we have developed still now, and I am and my colleague, we too are Bangladeshi, and other the company members are all Japanese. We together have created these projects, and we have solved some problems in Japan. Now we want to solve problems in Bangladesh. So we want your help, JETRO and our Bangladesh government, and everyone else who can actually help us to improve our Bangladeshi agriculture and society. And also, we want to create a smart Bangladesh, and Bangladesh and Japan together with Japanese technology and Bangladesh agriculture, we want to combinedly develop new technologies and new ways to improve our country and our society. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, EMI Lab team, for detailing the product and projects and expectations for collaboration with Bangladesh companies. Distinguished guests, thank you very much for having these two presentations. Now, we are moving towards our guest remarks. I would like to welcome His Excellency Mr. Iwama Kiminori, Ambassador of Japan to Bangladesh, for his notable remarks on this occasion. Please welcome His Excellency Mr. Iwama.
His Excellency Mr. Zunaid Ahmed Palak, MP, Honorable State Minister for Post, Telecommunication and ICT, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum, Shubho Purano. I'm very happy to be able to attend this summit today. I believe that having this summit focusing on ICT and business cooperation between Japan and Bangladesh is a very significant at this timing of almost exactly 1 year after since Honorable Prime Minister, Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina's official visit to Japan. As you already know, during the Honorable Prime Minister's visit to Japan in April last year, the relations between Japan and Bangladesh were uplifted from comprehensive partnership to strategic partnership. I believe that there are mainly 3 pillars of the partnership: economic, political and security, and people-to-people exchange. Needless to say, business and ICT are some of the most important aspects in economic pillars, and the Prime Minister Kishida and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina both welcome the signing of the Memorandum of Cooperation in the field of information and communication technology, including cybersecurity, signed by Honorable State Minister and myself, happened to. In addition to that, both leaders affirmed the importance of developing highly skilled human resources in public and private sectors and realize sustainable high economic growth. From this perspective, Japan has been supporting Bangladesh to develop the ICT Master Plan and human resource development in ICT sectors. Regarding the ICT Master Plan, Japan has been cooperating Bangladesh in developing the ICT Master Plan 2041 through JICA. The Master Plan shares the clear vision of how ICT technology can be better utilized towards the 2041 goal. I believe it will play a significant role in embodying smart Bangladesh by way of urban development associated with smart city, new town development along metro lines, and cybersecurity. I hope that this master plan will be soon finalized and announced, as well as accelerated the cooperation in the field of ICT in both public and private sectors between the 2 countries. Regarding the human resources development, it has been an area in which Japan excels most in economic cooperation, and the emphasis on investing in people is clearly enshrined in the basic policy of the new Development Cooperation Charter of Japanese government issued in June last year. Japan will continue to focus on human resource development and investing in people for mutual benefits, solving each other's social problems and achieving further development. As part of that, with a specific focus on ICT section, JICA implemented ICT human resources development in Bangladesh called BJET Plan from 2017 to 2021. Through this project, many ICT engineers are now working in Japan. The scheme was called Miyazaki Model, since University of Miyazaki was actively engaged with the planning and implementation of BJET from the very beginning. This program is now being implemented through the cooperation with North-South University and University of Miyazaki under the support of City of Miyazaki and Bangladesh Computer Council. This successful program, with the cooperation among public, private, and academic sectors to nurturing the IT experts, is indeed a good practice and can be a great role model case for the future cooperation between Japan and Bangladesh. I strongly hope that we maintain and strengthen these positive cooperation between 2 countries in the ICT sector. Having said that, I'm delighted to know that Code Samurai 2024 Hackathon contest will be held this weekend, with the cooperation between Japanese companies, local government, and the University of Dhaka. I strongly believe that this contest will be an amazing opportunity not only from the young talented generation in Bangladesh to explore their future career, but also for those Japanese companies wishing to employ highly talented Bangladesh skilled workers in the ICT sectors. In concluding my address, I would like to reiterate the importance of cooperation between Bangladesh and Japan in the ICT sectors, and there are ongoing positive cooperations and collaborations in this field. Following these successful cases, we would like to closely work together with Bangladesh to realize its Smart Bangladesh vision in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable annotations and sharing the success stories of two countries.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are privileged to have Mr. Junaid Ahmed Polok, MP, Honorable State Minister, Ministry of Posts, Telecommunications and Information Technology, Government of People's Republic of Bangladesh, as our chief guest. I would like to request Honorable Minister, Mr. Junaid Ahmed Polok, MP, for sharing his valuable words on this occasion.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction. Today's special guest, my good friend, His Excellency Yoma Kiminori, Ambassador of Japan to Bangladesh, my good friend Anando Bhai. I really like to call him Anando Bhai because his Bangla is so good, sometimes better than me. And he has another Japanese identity. He is country representative of JETRO of Japan to Bangladesh, but we consider him as a family member of our ICT family. And Mr. Ahmedul Islam Babu from BASIS, and Mr. Sami Ahmed, Managing Director of Startup Bangladesh Limited company, friends from media, and friends from Japan, business delegation, academia, and industry representatives. Assalamu alaikum, adab, and very good afternoon to you all. Today we are really happy to host all of our business delegation from Japan. I have came to know in a big number of entrepreneurs and investors are visiting Bangladesh, and they will actually have the opportunity to have the first-hand experience of our coders, our problem solvers, our future leaders of our industry in different universities who are participating this Code Samurai 2024, organized by JETRO, ICT Division, and Dhaka University together. I have came to know that more than 30 universities are participating, and the numbers of participants and the teams number is near about 50. And this is going to be 3 days program, so they will be coming and solving the problems. And under the Vision 2041, Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina declared to build Smart Bangladesh, and you will be happy to know that first pillar of Smart Bangladesh is to develop our smart citizens. Smart citizens means that the innovative, creative, problem-solving generations will be solving the problems. What we have just seen from a company, EMI, IoT and robotics technology-based company who are working already in Japan, solving problems in agricultural field. Maybe in short period of time, the same problem is need to be resolved in Bangladesh in different rural areas. And you see that during the COVID time in Bangladesh, we had a shortage of agricultural workers. And Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina had to request to our political workers to go and help the farmers. And if we could not have machines like combined harvesting machines in the field, then it would have been impossible to harvest our crops. So these kind of problems are already in front of our eyes. So we need to mechanize our agricultural field. We need to apply robotics, IoT technologies with data analytics, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. And this kind of guidance given by Honorable ICT Advisor at least 7-8 years before. I can remember during our Digital World Summit, like today we are organizing JETRO presents Bangladesh IT Business Summit, Bangla Tech Now. So we started organizing Digital World since 2012. And I think in 2015, Honorable ICT Advisor, who is the main architect of Digital Bangladesh Vision, he shared, Honorable ICT Advisor Mr. Sajeev Wazir Joy shared his observation and anticipation on 4 frontier technologies. I would like to also share with you, because I have the opportunity to share Honorable ICT Advisor's vision and his observation with you, because you are the main players, you are the main leaders who is going to contribute to achieve our Smart Bangladesh vision. Because we believe in collaboration and partnership between government, industry, and academia. And this is the platform what actually JETRO created for achieving the Smart Bangladesh. This is the fantastic platform in partnership and presence and participation of the government, industry, and academia. Joy Bhai told us to focus on artificial intelligence, robotics, microchip designing, and cybersecurity. You see how ChatGPT has disrupted all the areas. And what I feel, ICT is going to be a cross-cutting issue and cross-border issue. If we talk about, we don't have any land boundaries. Our 700,000 IT freelancers, they're working on different online marketplaces from US, from Japan, Australia, Singapore. They're getting the job and they're doing the work and they're outsourcing handsome amount of money, and Japanese, American, Australian companies, European companies are also outsourcing their services from our local entrepreneurs. I can see Raisul is here. Brain Station, the main station is here, who is actually exporting services and software to European, American companies and earning money for his company and also contributing in our national economy. This is how in last 15 years of time, under the prudent leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and under the proper guidance of Honorable ICT Advisor Sajeev Wazir Joy, we have transformed our economy from a labor-based to technology-based. Now we are moving forward towards knowledge-based smart economy. That is our second pillar. And third pillar is smart government, where we have a target to make all of our government services paperless, faceless, contactless, corruptionless, faster. Because in the presentation of Anando Bhai, Yoji Ando, he presented before us that there are so many attractive indicators and points for Japanese investors. There are few challenges. Honestly, I also acknowledge that for attracting and doing the business. But where there is a problem, there is a solution. And solution lies on technology. Because there is a saying, I forgot who actually said that, in every crisis lies great opportunities. Maybe Einstein said that. We have actually experienced that during the COVID, when actually Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina anticipated that there will be a requirement for vaccinate our people. She booked vaccines, even it was registered as a vaccine innovated by the companies. And she paid $200 million. But great challenge and problem came before us, that is how to register, how to manage those different doses and vaccines. And our local software engineers, our in-house programmers of Department of ICT, 5 talented programmers developed vaccine management software Surakha. Maybe here who are local, even the diplomats and the business entrepreneurs who are working in Bangladesh, all 120 million registration done, and all of the doses, all the people actually used that Surakha vaccine management software platform. And it went so well, so seamless, and it shows us that the capacity of our programmers and talented software engineers. I would like to also, this is how actually we would like to provide all of our government services at the fingertips of our citizen. And where huge potential of Japanese private companies, Japanese governmental organizations to contribute in terms of investment, in terms of the technology transfer, in terms of the B2B matchmaking, G2G collaboration. There are so many areas. Ambassador Kiminori already mentioned during the last visit of Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. I had the opportunity to be there and signed our first official document, Memorandum of Cooperation on ICT and Cybersecurity. And after that signing program, I have seen the interest from the private sector of Japan. Every month we are hosting different companies who are visiting us. The number already presented by Anando Bhai on the screen, but I don't want to mention all the data points or numbers, but I just want to mention you that in recent times, I have seen interest from the Japanese companies in electronics, digital device assembling, manufacturing, software development, and cybersecurity. And also in startups. Mr. Sami Ahmed is going to present before you about the current status of our startups and the potential areas of startups, of investment and having partnership between Japanese companies and Bangladesh companies. I just want to mention that currently we have 2,500 startups, and around 200 startups have been able to raise $1 billion investment from Japan, Singapore, India, and US. And I would like to mention few investment examples. I don't want to disclose the amount because it is not actually good, but SoftBank of Japan invested in bKash. They are contributing to introduce cashless transaction, which is another target of Honorable ICT Advisor under smart economy pillar. Because every transaction we would like to see is cashless and interoperable, where bKash, Nogod, Rocket, Upay, there are like 5-10 players who have actually contributed a lot to make cashless society. And SoftBank of Japan invested in a big amount in bKash. It shows the trust of Japanese investors in Bangladeshi IT companies. And I don't want to share with you in detail, but I can give you an unofficial statement or information about the investment of Marubeni. They have selected already. I have came to know. Where is Marubeni? Okay. So that was the first meeting when Marubeni came to me, and they asked me what are the areas where they should start. And I shared all of our information, data points, and within just less than 1 year, they have selected at least 5 companies, and I'm really happy to know that during our lunch meeting, we discussed many things with Ambassador and the investor of Marubeni. Within short period of time, they're going to officially announce their investment in edutech, health tech, and some frontier technology-based startups. At the same time, I just want to share with you, maybe many of you are aware about BJIT successful story. How BJIT started by co-founder of BJIT, Akbar Bhai, with 10 people. And I'm really happy to share with you that currently 800 people are working from Bangladesh, from Dhaka for BJIT, and maybe 200 people are working from Tokyo, from rest of the world. So you see, and already Marubeni invested in BJIT, and they are also searching for new investment. So these are some success stories and examples that could be also helpful to understand the Bangladesh readiness in post-telecom and ICT sector. At the same time, from the government sector, we have successfully implemented Bangladesh-Japan Engineers Training Program. In short, we call it BJET. In a jet spirit, we are taking this, but His Excellency Ambassador actually identified the main challenge of our current ongoing projects are scaling it up very quickly, because over the period of 2 years maybe, we have been able to train up 380 engineers, and out of them, like 80 to 90% engineers were able to got jobs in Japanese IT companies. And many of them are now working from Dhaka, and many of them are working in Japanese different cities and different companies. And also under IT engineers exam program over the last 10 years, hundreds of engineers every year appearing before the exams, passing over there, and getting jobs. And many of them are starting their own businesses. So I think this is how we are developing. At the same time, we are having partnership with different universities, like also private universities. I would like to mention North-South University, Daffodil International University, and some other. Dhaka University is our ongoing partner, but they are also contributing to provide language, training, communication soft skills training programs supported by JETRO. And I have proposed before His Excellency Ambassador to look into some long-term vision, like how Japan helped us to develop our road communication, for building bridges, for successfully completed of our metro rail, our third terminal, Matarbari power plant, Matarbari deep sea port. So all these mega projects done by Japanese funding, technology, and the support. And I think people of Bangladesh, government of Bangladesh is really thankful to Japan for their support in building middle-income digital Bangladesh. During the Liberation War, Japanese people and the government supported us. Immediately after our independence, within 2 months, Japanese government recognized us, and Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman visited Japan just immediately after 3 months of our independence back in 1973. And I learned from Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina that Japanese school-going students, they saved their tiffin money and they contributed our refugees during the Liberation War. They sent money to feed our children who were sheltered in India during our Liberation War. So we have that emotional attachment and long-time trusted friendship between two countries. So now, this is Bangla Tech Now time. And we would like to go and reach to the peak. You can see the logo of our Bangladesh IT Business Summit 2024, where there are so many pathways, so many players, but the single destination to climb on the top to the summit. So that is my understanding. We have different players from Bangladesh and Japan, from government side, from private industry, from academia, from startups, but we have the same goal to be developed nation by 2041. And that is the ultimate target of all of us. So I would request His Excellency, my friend Kiminori, to also consider investment in post-telecom and IT sector, and this kind of summit exchange programs we would like to host frequently. And also I proposed His Excellency Ambassador, my friend Kiminori, to consider G2G project to establish Bangladesh-Japan Friendship IT Training Incubation Center, where we will invite our undergrad students who have done their secondary or higher secondary school certificate programs. We will provide them Japanese language skills, Japanese cultural awareness, etiquette, at the same time 3 months short course, 6 months certificate courses, 12 months diploma courses on different IT fields focused on Japan market. At the same time, we would like to introduce some incubation and internship program and also top-up program for graduates, the freshers, on frontier technologies. At the same time, I would like to also invite private sector to come up for setting up their business factories and software companies, development centers. At the same time, some training and resource development institutes, if they have interest to set up their companies or training incubation centers, we would love to allocate land. If their industry is coming with subsidized price, if they are interested to set up their training centers, maybe free of cost. And also I would like to allocate ready space inside the high-tech park or software technology parks to set up their companies or training centers. I would love to share and contribute from the government side. So with this, I would like to conclude here. I know you have interest to know more about our industry readiness, about our resource availability, and the policy, and the other queries and questions you have. But I hope that we have really capable representation from the industry and from the government sector. Mr. Babu and Sami, they would be able to satisfy you with all the information and the answers. And from the government side, we have already introduced Bangladesh Japan IT Connect virtual portal. And also we have set up Bangladesh Japan desk introduced by our trade body BASIS. So all these are available to support you. So anything you need, anything you require, we'll be there to support you as your partner. Be innovative and smart Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu.
Thank you, Honorable State Minister, for sharing wonderful examples of successful startups of Bangladesh and Bangladesh government's visionary plans to become smart Bangladesh. Dear audience, Japan is a long-standing development partner of Bangladesh. It is providing financial and technical support to Bangladesh since its liberation. Japan has also been playing crucial roles to promote the private sector, improving competitiveness, the country's brand image, and capacity development of the human resources of Bangladesh, especially in ICT sector. BASIS, Bangladesh Association of Software and Information Services, is closely working with Japan side through its Japan desk. Now I'd like to request Mr. Ahmedul Islam Babu, Director of BASIS and Chairman of Japan Desk, to share his presentation on business opportunities and possible collaborations with Japanese companies.
Bangladesh, the next ICT powerhouse. A country with a history of creating and owning the mark, starting from gaining independence in 1971 after a 9-month-long war under the leadership of the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, rewriting its fate as a development miracle from a basket case.
রক্ত যখন দিয়েছি রক্ত আরো দেব এই দেশের মানুষকে মুক্ত করে ছাড়বো ইনশাআল্লাহ এবারে সংগ্রাম আমাদের মুক্তির সংগ্রাম এবারে সংগ্রাম স্বাধীনতার সংগ্রাম জয় বাংলা
Under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, this is where Bangladesh stands today. Growing into a developing country from a least developed country, Bangladesh is currently enjoying a demographic dividend, resulting in a mammoth force of the young professionals entering the IT industry. And BASIS is at the heart of the IT industry, representing and facilitating the growth of the software and ICT industry as the national ICT trade body since 1998. BASIS today operates along with its 2,000 member companies and 300,000 IT professionals, having exported $1.4 billion worth of ICT exports. The ICT sector contributes 1.28% to the national economy. The major ICT export destinations are USA, UK, Europe and Japan, among others. Bangladesh has also ranked second in the world on ICT freelance outsourcing front. Our promise is to expand the local market size to $4.5 billion by 2025 and $20 billion in exports by 2031, transforming the country into a developed, knowledge-based economy, taking Bangladesh from digital to smart by 2041. All of this is facilitated by the government's ICT-friendly policy and tech-enabling infrastructure, with corporate tax exemption up to 2024 expected to remain till 2030, 100% repatriation for foreign investors, 10% cash incentive on IT or ITES exports, and 29 high-tech parks with all export-friendly policy supports. Around 2 million young professionals joined the national labour market and around 25,000 ICT graduates enter the job market in Bangladesh every year. A rise in income and more engagement in ICT-based educational, recreational activities as well as youth representation in this growing sector, Bangladesh offers high returns on low investments. The average estimated return on investment on foreign direct investment in Bangladesh is higher compared to peer countries. The government support and the dedication of BASIS has made way for foreign direct investments, equity shares and joint ventures in fintech, health tech, e-commerce, edtech, frontier techs like blockchain, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data warehousing and analysis. and many other fronts. Partner with BASIS. Break into the new ICT destination, Bangladesh, the next ICT powerhouse.
Thank you. Minasan konnichiwa. Thank you very much. I think after watching, I don't think say very big example about Bangladesh ICT sector. Again, I'm representing BASIS at this moment. BASIS is the national trade body for ICT in Bangladesh. And we have established a special desk for Japan market and Japan ICT sector at BASIS among our member companies who are doing ICT activities. It's called BASIS Japan Desk, where Embassy of Japan and BASIS has the close collaboration to expand this kind of activity. And our active partner is JETRO and JICA. Again, our relation start, our Honorable Minister already said, before the Liberation War, Japan is the close allies to help our Mukti Jodhas and our freedom fighters. And immediate after the independence of Bangladesh, 1972, we have got the recognition by the government of Japan. And 1973, our founding father, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, visited Japan, and then Bangladesh-Japan close relations started at that point in a different stage. We have started our journey in BASIS in 1998, and with the 18 companies, now in 2003, we have 24,000 plus companies working under the umbrella of BASIS. Among them, in 2016, we have established the Japan Focus Group. Actually, I was the first convener over there. And then now we make the change of the name, is a BASIS Japan Desk, where 120 companies are working under the Japan Desk. Actually, facilitating the Japanese technology, culture, and the language is our main motto to collaborate with the Japanese companies and Bangladesh company to expand their business between the two countries. Our activities, mainly B2B, ICT matchmaking, and research and development, research R&D between the two countries' companies. IT event, Japan Day. We organize a Japan Day almost every year, but 2023, because of the election, we could not make it happen. And I just spoke with the Honorable Ambassador that this year, maybe in May, June or July, we want to have another big event, Japan Day, in the coming month. And we are having our different program running with the Japanese culture and the language. Our activities, some of the our activities, every year since 2015, we are participating Japan IT Week, and we have a BJET program that within this BJET program, BASIS, BJIT, and the ICT division could send the 250 Bangladeshi engineer to Miyazaki, which is called Miyazaki model. And now these people are making the bridging between the Bangladesh and Japanese company. And the last photo is our Japan Day photo. This is an statistics that average salary of Japanese companies for IT engineers and in the Bangladesh engineers. That is why Bangladesh is one of the good and attractive market for Japanese companies can start their work in Bangladesh. I think this is more detailed information already Ando-san already given to you. Why most of the Japanese company want to and how much they are interested about the Bangladesh market. My statistics is about 22, but he shows the 23 statistics where 63% of the Japanese investors are still interested about the Bangladesh market. Also, our main export area is the geographical area is USA, UK, India, and then Japan. That means Japan is our fourth largest destination for the export of our ICT activity, and our target from the Japan desk actually or from the ministry is make it $1 billion by next 5 years, which will be the one of the top country for the ICT export. This is some of the trend about our sectoral contribution. We work for the EdTech, Health Tech, FinTech, Agri-Tech, Application Development, and the Digital Commerce. So these are the area we work for, and among our basis member companies, IT infrastructure companies, mobile application development companies, marketing and sales development companies, business solution providers, customized application development company, IT-enabled services companies, e-commerce companies, and biometric and cyber security and financial solution companies are there. So I request Japanese companies or Japanese friends who are visiting now in Bangladesh, they can choose. If you ask ask our help about your segmented area or sectoral area, we can help you to find the correct partner for Bangladesh to start your contact point. Some of our Japan Day activity that we regularly happen at the basis. This is the member participation. This is the actually 22 photos where we meet JICA and update our activities with JICA. And this is very famous Anando-san, so who visited basis and continuous his visit encouraged us about the relationship with JETRO and basis. We recently started a new project after BJET. It's called BMET. It's again the Miyazaki model. With this model, Miyazaki University, Miyazaki City, and BASIS, and also North-South University is implementing this project. Under this project, we are educating or giving the training for the entrepreneurs. BASIS is giving the training for the entrepreneurs about the Japanese language and culture. And already 100 BASIS member companies got this opportunity to learn Japanese language and culture, and now they are negotiating with the counterpart of the Japanese company, introducing themselves in the Japanese way. We also met with the Honorable Ambassador, and this is the regular update with him. This is the regular event, actually, B2B matchmaking. The signing ceremony of Miyazaki model at our Japan Day. So from the basis and from the Miyazaki University president. We also sometimes exchange our cultural views between the two countries. So I want to say something here, that B-Top AC is one of our flagship event coming to launch this month. And here I want to actually thanks to JICA, especially Shoji-san. Shoji-san, can you stand up and say? So this is the biggest achievement we are going to start from this month. B-Top AC is the program that will be supported by the NII, National Institute of Informatics, of their of the top AC program in Japan. We will replicate that top AC program in Bangladesh among the ICT companies in Bangladesh, and also we will start a awareness program of cybersecurity in the coming months, and which will be a flagship program for between the BCC, BASIS, and JICA. This is our regular event, and this is one of the event that BASIS is now the signing the partnership agreement with the JISA, the counterpart of association in Japan, and in presence of our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. I think, thank you very much and listening to us. So anything, any requirement, any business opportunity you want to discuss with Bangladeshi ICT company, contact with BASIS, contact with us. And for giving us the opportunity, JETRO, I really thank to JETRO and all the Japanese community. Minasan, arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmed, for your brief sharing about the current scenario and future aspects of the possible collaboration. Dear audience, Startup Bangladesh Limited is the flagship venture capital fund of ICT division, the first and only venture capital fund sponsored by the Bangladesh government since March 2020. It plays a crucial role in supporting and nurturing the startup ecosystem in Bangladesh. Now, I would like to welcome Mr. Shami Ahmed, Managing Director, Startup Bangladesh, for his today's presentation on Bangladesh startup ecosystem.
Special guest of today's program, Honorable Ambassador of Japan, His Excellency, Mr. Iwama Kiminori. The Country Director of JETRO Bangladesh, Mr. Yuji Ando. Honored guests, friends from media, good afternoon. Shubho Aparanno. So I have a presentation on the Bangladesh startup ecosystem, but I believe we saw a presentation from a company from Japan earlier, right? If I'm not wrong, it was EMI Labs, and they basically said half of what I want to say. My presentation in summary was about, the youth of Bangladesh are innovative, they're talented, they're not only good engineers, they can also be good founders. So these young people showed that, they're working in Japan, they're creating robotics and AI solutions. This is basically what my message is. You'll find talented people in Bangladesh who are creating great solutions that can also become assets for Japanese companies and also a destination for your investment. So let me jump straight into the rest of the stuff that I wanted to say. So the Bangladesh startup ecosystem is actually not too old. We actually have an understanding of this ecosystem since 2015, what startup is. Before that, and even now, many people think that a company just launching itself is a startup. But that's not really what a startup is. That was our understanding before 2015. bKash changed that view, and then in 2015 we saw quite a few startups coming into Bangladesh, launching in different spaces, gave us an idea of what startup is. So from the very start, actually for the government, it was easy to understand and accelerate because of the advice and direction we got from our Honorable ICT Advisor, Shajib Wajid Joy. So I have to mention this, that it was basically his idea how government should support the growing startup ecosystem. And the Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina from the very start has been very supportive. She has allocated enough funds, not only as grants, but also through Startup Bangladesh Limited Company. As you know, we are a venture capital company of the government. We make equity investment in startups, which is, most governments don't have direct investment in startups. So we do in Bangladesh because our ecosystem is not that big yet to support this. So, and then we have our Honorable State Minister Junaid Ahmed Polok, who was the chief guest of today's program, who has been leading and monitoring these initiatives into this, and which is why we have been able to support the startup ecosystem from the government to try and make it what it is today. So as you know, and he mentioned in his speech that we have currently raised about $1 billion of investment in quite a few companies, and that we have 2,500 plus unique startups in Bangladesh. This part has been addressed by the State Minister. I won't spend too much time on this slide. Just to mention that more than 90% of these funds actually have been global, that have flown into the Bangladesh startup ecosystem. Only 10% has been local, which is why Startup Bangladesh has come in now to sort of encourage and grow this local funding ecosystem. If we look at the investments that has happened, we see the most number of funds has moved into the financial sector. Obviously, because of bKash and some other fintech, the volume of investment is pretty large. But if we look at the total number of deals that have been made, the highest has been in e-commerce and retail. That actually shows where our market is right now, given our large population and a growing MAC population. This is an area where we see most of the startups operating, closely followed by software technology and enterprise solutions. The investors, a lot of global and local investors are now present in Bangladesh with some accelerators and incubators, both global and local, trying to support the growth of this ecosystem. We see a couple of Japanese companies in the investor list. Just to mention, Marubeni is here. And then other than BJIT, you will hear an announcement. I will leave it up to them for the announcement in the near future. They are investing in a few startups in Bangladesh, quite a good amount. So thank you very much for your belief in the Bangladesh startup ecosystem. If we look at what the startups in Bangladesh are doing, it's not only about technology, it's also about the impact they have in society. Maybe it's the way Bangladesh is structured, but every startup that are doing well in Bangladesh, you'll see that they are almost all of them have good impact. If we talk about education, we talk about agriculture, even with ride sharing, the amount of jobs they have created in Bangladesh, just one company, Patao, has created more than 300,000 new jobs. And now we have motorcycle riders, taking people from place to place all across Bangladesh, and they have even moved to other countries as well. ShopUp, Chaldal, Health Tech, every single one of them have significant impact in the area that they are working in. As for the ICT ministry, I've mentioned a little bit about Startup Bangladesh, but since 2015, the ICT ministry has been supporting this growth. We started off with providing mentorship, advice, giving grants, small grants, providing co-working space for startups. We have a program called IDEA under the Ministry of ICT, through which we give 10 lakh taka grant to early stage ideas. And then we have accelerator program through which we mentor and we help them to accelerate to the next level. Through Startup Bangladesh Limited, we do equity investment in later stage. I won't say later stage, early stage as well, but once they're in the market and have enough traction. So a little bit about Startup Bangladesh Limited. It was formed in the year 2020, and we started our operation in the year 2021, when we made our first investment. And by today, we have made 37 investments, and then we have quite a few startups in the pipeline. In the next 3 months, we'll have a total number of 49 startups in our portfolio, investing about 130 crore taka, both in early stage and late stage. For early stage, we make up to 1 crore taka investment, and for late stage, up to 5 crore taka investment. For the Japanese friends who are here, if you don't know the crore, it's $100,000 for the early stage and $500,000 for the late stage. And if you take a look at our portfolio, we have invested in almost all type of sectors, which basically means we're sector agnostic. We don't choose any particular sector. But our criteria is that the startup has to have impact in society, and they must address a national goal. As long as they're doing good for society, we are sort of sector agnostic, and we invest and we support them. And other than investment, we also do policy advocacy. We are a bridge for the government and the private sector for the regulators to understand the necessity of certain regulations that can help help the startups to address many of our national issues. So we have recently drafted the National Startup Policy for Bangladesh. It's with the Cabinet Division, and we're supporting the government and the private sector to draft these policies that will help the growth of these entrepreneurship and innovation. Addition to that, we also invest a lot of our time in establishing an ecosystem for startup development in Bangladesh, supporting accelerators, incubators, organizing different programs, local and abroad, to sort of create awareness around innovation and these partnerships. And at our mission for 2041, which is, as a matter of fact, which is our national vision, where Startup Bangladesh is playing a little role, is to have $50 billion companies in Bangladesh from the startup ecosystem by the year 2041, ensure that we have at least $5 billion of investment in this ecosystem to make this happen, and create 10 million employment in Bangladesh through these different various startups by the year 2041. Startup Bangladesh is trying to do a little bit of its work in order to address that. And finally, before I finish, and as we said, that some of the things that we do is that we promote and we have these events. Last year, for the first time, we organized Bangladesh Startup Summit. This year, on July 27th and 28th, we are organizing it again. And at the Bangladesh Summit, we do have a lot of investors who are coming in. We have startups, we have policymakers. It's a collection of where you can meet all these innovative ideas and also talk to different investors from Bangladesh and across the region. I would like to invite Japanese investors and companies and startups to come be part of it. This is a place where EMI Lab can also come and showcase your products and find the right partners and maybe more investors to expand this in Bangladesh and other places. So I invite you, we have our website up also. You can come to the Startup Bangladesh Limited website and find all the details, but we'll share it through our friend Anandoda. Thank you very much for patiently listening to me. Hope you have a great summit. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmed, for your precious annotations about the startup ecosystem in Bangladesh and the nurturing process of Startup Bangladesh. It will be helpful to understand for friends from Japan and